What's up, guys? Today we're going to make a Filipino dish called Ginataang. We're going to start with a little water and some salt. We're going to have to wash the banana heart. That's what this is. This is the star of the show. This is what bananas come from. This is the flower of the banana tree. We're going to start with cutting the bottom off. You can see some of the little flowers inside, and then we'll pull some of the dark, hard leaves off, and we're left with these little flowers inside. And inside you have a little stamen that's hard. It's very easy to find. You can see how tough it is. We just pluck that out. Comes out easy. And we'll do that to all of these. Then we'll chop it up and then throw it in the pot. The banana heart has sticky sap on the inside because of all the sugars. So once you pull off a lot of the hard outer leaves, you're going to get to the middle here that has softer leaves you can eat. And we'll just cut it in half. It's got a core in there. You can see all the little flowers inside. We're going to cut that out. And then we'll just chop up the heart here. Got a few more. I'm seeing if the stamens are hard inside. Once you get to the center, they're not as hard, so you can eat them. And we'll just chop it up roughly. A little bit of sap sticking to my knife, and we'll put it in the salt water. You want to let it soak, maybe wash it once or twice. It doesn't really taste bad, it just makes it a little bit sticky. And then I let it soak for a while I prep everything else. So we're going to start with an onion. Going to cut it in half, cut it in quarters, take the peels off, and then we'll chop it up. I'm doing kind of a rough chop here, thin but not super small. It's all going to cook together for a long time in kind of a thick soup, so it'll all break down eventually. You add some chilies. I'm using Labullo. These are nice and spicy. If you don't like it as spicy, you can use less spicy chilies or fewer, or none at all if you really don't like spice, but it really helps this dish. We'll get a whole clove of garlic. This is a good way I like to do, just smash it with my hand. And then a lot of the cloves come out then. Pretty easy to take the skins off. And we'll just chop that up. We're going to saute this pretty fine, just so it melts in the pan. We're also going to get a knob of ginger, which is what this is. Then we're going to peel that with the back of our knife. You could use a spoon. Back of the knife works fine. Just drag it along. Peel it until all the skin comes off. Yeah, there we go. It's about thumb size. That's usually how they measure ginger. You know, 1 or 2 fingers worth. Chop it up small. Set this aside with our garlic. Easy as that. Now with ginataang, they use pork traditionally. This is a nice fatty piece. This is the cheek, or it's called aping in Bisaya. And we're going to chop this into nice chunks, maybe 1 inch across. That's it. Get everything done. We'll set that aside. And then we can start assembling the dish. It's really that simple. It's just a few ingredients. Now we're going to saute our pork. I like this to get nice and crispy. It's going to cook in a stew, so it's going to break down and be soft, but this gives it some nice like roasted notes in it. I really should use a bigger pan, but this is my only pan, so this is what I'm using. Put a little salt on your pork and let it cook. We'll cover it up, leave it for about 5 minutes on one side. Simple as that, guys. You can see it's getting a little brown. That's it. Since it's nice and fatty, it's not really going to burn unless you leave it for a long time. And this is about 10 minutes later. You can see it's getting nice and dark. We're going to add our onions, garlic, ginger all in the pan together. I'm even breaking up the onions a little bit more here. And then we're just going to cover it up and let those soften. We're not really looking to get any brown on those, just let them soften up a little bit. There we go. Get that flavor going. Stir it up. We're going to add a little fish sauce. A couple of tablespoons there. And then we're going to add our banana hearts. These have soaked. You can see they've turned a little brown. I drained them off to get all the juice out, but these are going to release a lot of liquid. My pan is totally full here, so we'll cover it up. Leave it for about 10 minutes, and we'll come back and we'll turn it. These are a little tough. It's kind of like cabbage. If you've ever cooked cabbage, it takes a little while for it to break down. This is about 20 minutes later. You can see all the moisture coming out. My pan is so small. You can see all that juice in the bottom there is just from the banana hearts kind of releasing all the liquid that's inside. It's got a great flavor though. This is the chilies. We're going to add our chilies here close to the end. We're almost done. This is how quick and simple it is. Maybe an hour from start to finish. Add some coconut cream. You can use coconut milk if you want, but coconut cream is a little richer. It goes really well with the spice here. Really reminds me of Bicol Express, which is another coconut and chili based dish here in the Philippines. Gonna add a little pepper. And that's about it, guys. Not too much else going on. Stir it in. Make sure everything gets nice and coated with the milk. We don't want anything drying out. We'll cover it up, let it go another 10 minutes or so. There we go. Once the pork is tender, I check it with my spoon here. Yeah. Press into it. If the pork comes apart, then you know you're soft enough. So we're going to pull some out. I've got a nice bowl here. I'm going to fill it up. It looks a little gray in the picture, but in person it was nice and bright. There we go. We got some rice. Get a nice piece of pork. Big bite there. So good, guys. If you like coconut, if you like getting your vegetables in but also having some nice pork, you see it's a little stringy there. That's the sap. Didn't really change the texture very much, but it's delicious. This is a great meal, guys. Hope you guys get to try it. See you later. Bye.